This is not the Nigeria we aspire to. Peter Obi blasts Tinubu government over recent action. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got in air this morning. Well, as our headline for this morning says here that this is not the Nigeria we aspire to, as Peter Obi blasts Tinubu's government over recent action. Well, we have it that Peter Obi, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has criticized the federal government for the ongoing arrests and detention of journalists who expose corruption. He warned that if this trend continues, Nigeria could descend into a banana republic. Well, Obi expressed concern over the government's use of security and intelligence agencies to target investigative journalists, emphasizing the need for the National Assembly to enact a stronger Freedom of Information Act. He argued that the right to free speech is closely tied to the public ability to access information about government actions. In a statement released on Tuesday, Obi said the fundamental right to free speech is directly connected to the right of access information about government activities and decision making. The troubling trend of government agents suppressing information unrelated to national security highlights the urgent need for a robust Freedom of Information bill. He stressed the importance of journalists in holding the government accountable, especially when those in power overstep their bounds. Obi condemned the recent harassment, abduction, and detention of investigative journalists in Nigeria, calling for this action deeply disturbing and unacceptable. Obi also called for the immediate release of journalist Pidom, who was arrested by police last week. He underscores the importance of maintaining an open society where citizens can freely exercise their right to free speech. The disappearance and detention of journalist Pidom Nigeria is a serious issue. Nigerian authorities must be held accountable for his whereabouts and any alleged wrongdoing. If such practices persist, Nigeria risks turning into a banana republic where journalists are silenced or disappear for simply doing their job, Obi said. This is not the Nigeria we aspire to. We demand justice, accountability, and an end to these severe attacks on press freedom. We seek an open society where citizens can freely express themselves, access unclassified information, and hold the government accountable. These are the fundamental requirements for the new society we are striving to build, he said. And that is all we have for you concerning this headline today this morning. We said that this is not the Nigeria we aspire to. Peter Obi blasting Tinubu's government over the recent action. And what is this recent action that we're talking about? And before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, the best thing you can do right now is to tap the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave a like on the video to get more updates concerning this in the near future to come. Well, Peter Obi himself is not happy concerning Tinubu's government's recent action. He criticized the federal government for the ongoing arrest and detention of journalists. Yes, of journalists like me and my fellow co-workers who expose corruption. Yes, like this journalist, Peter Nigeria, he was just arrested recently just because he wanted to expose corruption. And that is against his human right, the right of speech, the right of, right to have information. Peter Obi himself said that the people of Nigeria, the citizens of Nigeria, need to have pure and uncensored information. When I talk about uncensored information, like unfiltered information, we need the truth the way it is. We don't need any small cuts, like any deleting out of it. No, we need the truth the way it is. Yes, he warned that if this trend continues, like the way police will be arresting politicians because they're exposing one or two things concerning the government, Nigeria could turn into a banana republic. Nigeria is a democratic country where everybody has to obey he or she's human rights. Yes, Nigeria is a democratic country where he or she has his own rights. As far as the journalists not in one way or the other do something to affect the government, they are exposing the truth that is their job. You cannot arrest them for doing their job. Yes, you cannot arrest them for doing their job. Because Peter Obi is also calling for the immediate release of this man. If this man is not released, it can cause further casualties in the future. What is the federal government so afraid of that they do not want a journalist like him to know about? That they don't want a journalist like him to expose? Yes. If the federal government are not hiding anything, they shouldn't be afraid. They shouldn't be afraid. Because we all know the whole system of Nigeria is already corrupt. The whole leaders of Nigeria is corrupt, and once it is time to expose them, like what this man is actually doing, they will take external means, like arresting him. Well, in a statement released on Tuesday, Obi said the fundamental right to free speech is directly connected to the right to access information about government activities and decision making, which it is true. Since we have the right to free speech, we also have the right to access information about government. Because the people will look People will always look at the journalists like me and my co-workers for the truth. Yes, people will always turn to the news for the truth. So you cannot be arresting a journalist because he is giving the people the news of the day. So wrong. It is so wrong. Seriously. Yeah. The troubling trend of government agents suppressing information unrelated to national security highlights the urgent need for a robust freedom of information bill. Obi is so right. Maybe we should we need a freedom of information, a bill saying the freedom of information. And Obi is also calling for the immediate release of this man who was arrested, that is PDOM Nigeria, by the police last week. He underscores the importance of maintaining an open society where citizens can freely exercise their rights to free speech. We're going under the comment section of this comments. Kelechi Pearl says that continuation, dirtiness is a reproach to any people the Lord is giving Peter Obi to Nigeria and Nigerians to take away her their reproaches through him. Peter Obi is the man. Well, I support that. Yeah, Peter Obi is a presidential figure. Yes, he's a presidential figure. Okay, okay. Okole Chukwemeka said, so it's good to arrest the journalist, right? No, it's not right to arrest the journalist for just giving you guys the information that you guys deserve. It's not right. It's not right. It's never right. It's never right. The federal government are committing a crime. Or what do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as we go on with the notification bell. So anytime I have a new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.